This is a MAFELL MT55cc plunge saw. Unlike a conventional saw, the blade is contained within the body and plunges down at the beginning of the cut and retracts back safely within the body at the end of the cut. This has several advantages. It's a lot safer and it's also a lot easier to use with a track system. The saw is fitted with a 1400 watt Cuprex motor. This is plenty powerful enough to ensure constant speed even with really deep cuts. The blade spins at 6,300 RPM, again to ensure a really clean cut. You can vary the speed of the blade with this control on the rear here. This allows you to vary the speed to suit a variety of different materials. Because the machine sits firmly on the bench, it's very easy to make adjustments for depth and also for the angle of cut. So let's have a look at some of the adjustments in more detail. For depth of cut, there's an adjustable pointer which works off the fixed scale, and this allows us to set the precise depth whether we're working off the base plate or off a track system. The pointer is set in this position for working off the track system. All I have to do is rotate it round, and now I've got a precise reading of the depth even though I'm now working directly off the base. This scale indexes in 1mm steps. To refine it further, there is a fine adjustment on the top using the Allen key. To set the angle, you can slacken off the lock and tilt up to a maximum of 45 degrees. In some situations I might need to go a little bit further than 45 degrees. As a very simple adjustment, press the lock down, I can now tilt up to a maximum of 48 degrees. To return back to the normal 45 degree stop, I just tilt the saw back and it returns automatically. Saw goes back to 0 degrees. Sometimes I might want to go to -1 degree, in which case a simple adjustment there gives me -1 degree. The unique central clamping system locks the saw at any angle at the front and the rear with just the one single knob. Now if you're using a track system, the saw pivots about the underside of the track. So no matter what angle is selected, this edge is always your cut line. If you're working just off the base plate, MAFELL have developed a movable pointer that slides across no matter what angle you have selected to indicate the left hand side of the saw blade. The base plate is grooved to take the MAFELL track system, but if you remove this blanking plate you can use it with other guide rail systems as well. Plunge saws are always much more efficient for dust extraction, but MAFELL have gone one step further. They're completely closed in the housing. You can even seal right up to the work at the point of cut. However, this would make blade changing quite difficult. No problem on this saw. Simply press in the button, release the lever, and the door hinges open. The spindle locks automatically. There's also no chance of starting the motor while the door is open. The switch is locked off. For a totally chip-free cut on both faces of the board, MAFELL have developed a scoring system, but it does require to make two separate cuts. Selecting this lever on the top restricts the first cut to a depth of 3mm. We then disengage it and make the second cut at full depth. The second cut automatically offsets to the right by 0.1 mm to ensure that chip-free surface. There are two marks on the housing that indicate the position of the blade during the plunge cut at maximum depth of cut. For shallower depths of cut, you can use the position indicator, which just clips in place, and just the sliders for the depth of cut you're going to be using. This will indicate where the cut starts and where the cut stops. Here you can see just how smooth and controlled the plunge action is. The position indicator ensures accurate plunge cuts every time.